It ended up all right in the end, but be hoping for a better start than last time out. It's a quick pass from Trevor Lawrence, and it's incomplete. Sorted. Forgot to take myself off mute. But welcome, Eric. Thank you very much for joining us. Who have you got in this one, Eric? Let us know. Have you got a comfortable Chiefs win, or have you got the Jags pulling off a shock, or have we got another close one? Let us know. So 2nd and 10. Snap back to Lawrence. Quick pass out to Etienne. Finds a gap. And falls about 3 yards short. It's going to make up 3rd and short for the Jags. They want to get off to a good start. They can't afford to give the Chiefs a 27-0 head start. I can't see them blowing it. So 3rd and 4 for the Jags. Snap back to Lawrence. Under pressure, managed to scramble to the left, throws downfield. A dangerous pass. Could have quite easily been intercepted. And that was almost off to the same start he had last week against the Chargers. Luckily, it bounced out of the defender's hand, hit the ground, and fell incomplete. So there was an unblocked blitzer off the edge. He stepped out, missed the pass. Dangerous pass across his body. Almost threw it straight to the Chiefs linebacker, but luckily for him, it fell incomplete. We've got the Jags out to punt, and the punt's up. And it's collected and returnable. Only managed to gain about 4 or 5 yards back, so the Chiefs will start from inside their own 20. So Patrick Mahomes, likely to be the MVP of this season as well. Brings the Kansas City offense out. So their first action in the postseason, having had the bye last week. So snap back to Mahomes, scramble to the left, scoops it out to Pacheco, and it's a 11-yard gain on 1st down. So good start for the Chiefs on 1st down. So difficult to defend. Snap back to Mahomes. He's going to be pass. Moves out to his right. Finds Travis Kelce, who falls forward for about 6 yards. Nice, easy 6-yard gain. So difficult to defend Travis Kelce as well. So another 5,000 plus yards passing season for Patrick Mahomes, 41 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 105 passer rating, a likely MVP of the season. So 2nd and 3 for the Chiefs. Snap back to Mahomes. Jump pass finds Travis Kelce at just around halfway. Nice little jump pass from Patrick Mahomes as he just gets under pressure. So difficult to defend. We're seeing that Mahomes magic already. 30 seconds. Right, we'll keep you updated, Eric. So 1st and 10 for the Chiefs on halfway. There's a handoff to Pacheco, who managed to gain about 4 yards on the run up the middle. So if you are joining us, welcome to the NFL UK Ops Live play-by-play reaction stream of the Kansas City Chiefs against the Jacksonville Jaguars in the divisional rounds. Thank you very much for joining us. So 2nd and 5, it's a quick pass. It's to Smith-Schuster for the first down. The Chiefs look like they're rolling early. It's not good news for the Jags. Nice side down pass from Mahomes. So 1st and 10 from the Jags 32. Patrick Mahomes looking to pass. 5-yard pass to Tony. Fighting for the first down. Falls just about a yard short. Going to be up 2nd and 1. So we've got 2nd and 1, for the Chiefs. Just outside the red zone. It's a handoff to McKinnon. Managed to gain 4 yards up the middle for a first down. And the Chiefs keep on moving. 5 minutes into this game, and this offense looks pretty good already for the Chiefs. So let us know what your thoughts are on today's game as well. Give us a score prediction. Who do you think is going to win this one? Is it going to be an easy Chiefs win? Are the Jags going to keep it close or even pull off the shock? Let us know in the comments. So we've got a flag. Okay, so the Jags called a timeout.
You too.
So it's 12 men. 12 men on the field for the Jags. So they got the timeout. Doug Peterson managed to get the timeout in there just in time. So empty backfield. No, it's McKinnon's now motioned inside. Mahomes looking to pass, scrambles out to his right. He's under pressure for 2 players and throws the ball away. Good decision from Mahomes. Good pressure from the Jags there. You know, it's pick your poison with Mahomes. You can flush him out of the pocket, but he'll then still make something happen. You keep him inside the pocket, he'll throw jump passes. So difficult to defend. That's what you've got to do if you're the Jags, though. You've got to make him perform that magic. So 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs. It's a handoff up the middle to Pacheco. And again, hard running, gains him about 5 yards on the ground. So can the Jags hold the Chiefs here and force a field goal attempt? 3rd and 6. They'll definitely take that as a win if they can stop them. We've got Travis Kelce one-on-one out to the right. That could be a problem. And Mahomes under pressure, throws it to Kelce right at the sticks. Bobbles it a bit, but just about gains the first down. Mahomes under pressure. Jaguars defender wrapped around his legs, still managed to get the ball off, throwing back across his body. A slight bobble on the catch from Kelce. But right at sticks, he gains the first down. So that's 1st and goal for the Chiefs. Snap back to Mahomes. Looking towards end zone. Just over the head of Kelce. Looking for Travis Kelce in the back corner of the end zone. Just overthrew him. It looked like good coverage. 10 touchdown catches for Travis Kelce this season in the red zone. So I'll bring up 2nd and goal. So again, Kelce's one-on-one out to the right. Here we go. Bootleg. Finds Kelce in the middle. And forces his way into the end zone for a Kansas City Chiefs touchdown. And just like that, the Chiefs take the lead. Driven all the way down the field. The Jags had no answers. And it's going to be a long day for this Jaguars defense if they don't come up with something quick. They can't afford to get behind too far against this Chiefs team because the Chiefs will not let them back in. So that makes 6-0 pending the extra point. Butker, the Chiefs kicker, does have a habit of missing extra points every now and again. No problem with that one, though. Straight down the middle. And the Chiefs have a 7-0 lead. Excellent start for the Chiefs on that drive. And now we'll see what the Jaguars can do on offense. They're going to have to get something going. You feel like they're going to have to try and control the clock as much as they can, keep Mahomes and the Chiefs offense on the sideline. Go on long drives, burn the clock, and keep this game as close as they can for as long as they can. Just while we're on a game break after that touchdown, just want to let you know about our video that we released earlier today, where we had a look and preview of the divisional games this weekend, and we made our predictions on who we believe will win each of those games. So the link to that video is in the comments, in the pinned comments up at the top, so make sure you check that out and let us know whether you agree with our picks or disagree. We didn't have a great week last week, but you'll find that out in the video. But let us know. So check that out. You can check that out at halftime in between the game and let us know what your thoughts are. We'll also be live streaming the Eagles and Giants game straight after this one. So hopefully you can stick around and keep us company for that one as well. So the first of the NFC divisional matchups, which should be a great game. The Giants played a fantastic match last week against the Vikings, and the Eagles obviously coming off the bye. The teams have already met twice this season, So it should be a really, really good tight matchup, that one. Hard to call. So again, thank you very much for joining us. And welcome to the NFL UK Ops Live play-by-play reaction stream of the Chiefs against the Jaguars. Let us know where you're watching today's game from. Are you supporting the Chiefs today? Are you supporting the Jaguars? Let us know. Both teams, it was announced this week, are going to be coming to Europe next year, which is great. So the Jaguars are going to be taking up their usual spot at Wembley. And the Chiefs are going to be travelling over to Germany to play one of 2 games over there. So they're really starting to amp up the European games. I don't think we're going to be too far away from a European franchise, if not a European division. I think they're just going to keep on going, adding games, maybe even another country into that as well. But I don't think we're too far away. The fan base in Germany is absolutely massive. So there will be 2 great games. The other one, of course, being the Patriots as well. So just ready to kick off. The kick is up. It is returnable at the 10, 20. Dives up through the middle. It's 30. He's got space. 40, 50. And all the way down to the Chiefs 40 before he's pushed out of bounds. An excellent return and just what the Jaguars needed. A great return by Agnew and set the Jaguars up in excellent starting field position already into the Chiefs' territory. So can Trevor Lawrence and this Jags offense take advantage of that now? So the setup from the Chiefs' 39-yard line. Really need to take advantage of this. Doug Peterson is quite a, he does tend to go for it. So he will want touchdown. He will definitely want a touchdown on this drive.
Aggressive.
That's the word. Lawrence in the shotgun. It's a quick pass out right. And Kirk managed to gain about 7 yards on the quick pass from Trevor Lawrence. So 2nd and 3 for the Jaguars. It's a quick pass, swing pass out to the running back to the left. Barrels his way forward. He's very close to first down. I think he's just about a yard short. It's going to be up 3rd and 1 just inside the 30 of the Chiefs. So here we go. 3rd and 1. Single back formation. It's heavy formation for the Jags. It's going to be handoff straight up the middle. Etienne finds a gap. Breaks through a tackle. And eventually is taken down at the 11-yard line. And sets up the Jaguars in excellent position now to get the tie-in touchdown. Good blocking, managed to find the gap and force his way forward before he's eventually brought down at the 11-yard line. So here we go. Snap back to Lawrence, handoff to Etienne, up again in the middle again. He only gains about a yard this time. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Brought down by excellent defensive tackle, Chris Jones. It's a 2nd and 9 for the Jags. Look, see if they can tie this game up. Trevor Lawrence in the shotgun. Trips left for the Jags. Looking to pass. Lofted pass over the head. And it looks like the Jags are in the end zone. Into Christian Kirk. And we do have a touchdown for the Jags. Fantastic pass from Trevor Lawrence. Lofted pass to Christian Kirk. And that'll be the score 7-6, potentially tying up the game with the extra point. Fantastic lofted pass, perfectly thrown. Kirk was lined up against a linebacker. And the kick is up and it's through, and we've got a tie game. All set up from the fantastic kick return from Agnew. Some good running from Etienne. And then the lofted pass from Trevor Lawrence to Kirk, and we've got a tied ball game. And there we go. 7-7 in this game. From a neutral standpoint, you're just looking for the best game that you could possibly get. And the longer that the Jaguars keep this close, the more exciting this is going to be as we move through this game.
Tracy Thompson.
So welcome, Tracy. So had some technical issues, but thank you very much for coming back. I assume, are you a Chiefs fan? Let us know in the comments. Are you a Chiefs fan? Just after that touchdown, we just got a short break. Just wanted to share something as well. We are delighted that we've now become sponsored by BetUS. They've got some brilliant offers and sign-up offers going this weekend for the divisional round. So make sure that you check them out. We've got a link for that in the description and also in the comments as well. It is available in the US and in Canada. So make sure if you are from the US or Canada, click on that link and check it out. Some brilliant bonus offers on sign up. So certainly worth taking a look. So all tied up in our game, 7-7. It was a bit concerning when the Chiefs managed to seemingly stroll down the field to take the lead, but set up by that fantastic kick return, the Jaguars have tied it up. So we've got a game, but the Jaguars have got to find a way to limit Patrick Mahomes. I know it's very difficult because he can work his magic. He can move left, move right, throw lofted passes, jump passes, sidearm passes. He's got it all, so it's going to be very difficult. But they've got to try and contain him as much as they can. The Jags are kicked. And it is bounced into the end zone. So the Chiefs are going to start from their own 25. So let's see what the Chiefs have got planned and what, even more importantly, what can the Jags do on defense? We've got Patrick Mahomes under center, 1st and 10. It's going to be a pass play. It's under pressure, scrambles forward, finds a gap, breaks off a tackle, scrambles inside. Oh. And eventually is taken down for a 6-yard gain. There is a flag. Mahomes is pointing defense. It looks like holding against the defense. It is. So it's 5 yards added onto that play as well. So it ended up being an 11-yard play from Patrick Mahomes scrambling around. Stepped outside, inside, broke off a tackle. So the holding was on Travis Kelce. Quick pass out from Patrick Mahomes to Tony. And managed to get about 5 yards on that play. So that brings up 2nd and 4. Quick pass to Kelce, but well snuffed out by the Jags defense. It's a 2-yard loss. That's going to be a 3rd down. That's what the Jaguars have got to do. They've got to get the Chiefs into 3rd down situations, give themselves a chance to get off the field. So we're looking to set up a quick screen to Travis Kelce, but really well snuffed out by the Jags defense. So 3rd and 6. Can they get a stop? Snap back to Mahomes. Looking to pass. Scrambles out to his left, scrambles back inside, lofts back across his body, and it's complete, of course, to Watson, just around halfway. Forced out to his left, Patrick Mahomes, then steps back inside and finds Watson in the centre of the field for a 7-yard gain. Just makes it look so simple, Patrick Mahomes. So 1st 10, snap back to Mahomes, looking to pass. Managed to just about get it off before he's tackled down. Oh, Mahomes is limping.
Oh, no.
That's not good. Oh dear, he does look hurt, Mahomes. This would be bad news. He's really hobbling.
Oh, shit.
Let's see what happens.
Oh,
It's one of those. It's one of those you see all the time. It's usually an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman that gets rolled on like that. As the players are going down, the defender's knee lands straight on Mahomes' ankle as he's being dragged down. That would not be good news for Mahomes. Part of what makes him special is being able to move around in the pocket. So we've got Chad Henne warming up. So Mahomes is sat on the bench now. He's asking for some wrapping on his ankle. Well, he's no okay. He wanted wrapping on his ankle, but he has managed to hobble his way out onto the field.
Stupid. They should have just put the backup on.
You've got to feel this is going to be a run play. If I'm the Jags, I'm sending all out run defense on this one. It is a handoff. Mahomes can barely get the ball back to the running back. And he falls back 2 yards short. He's really favouring that right ankle. What bad news this would be for the Chiefs. He had to hop to get the ball back to McKinnon on the handoff. So 3rd and 2. You feel like this one, it could be a quick pass, trying to get the ball out of his hands as quick as possible. You know, it is a handoff to McKinnon again, trying to find his way forward. Oh, it's very close. Very close to a first down. Oh, they've given it a first down. So good running by McKinnon. Still hobbling Mahomes. You hope he's not going to do himself any further damage by sticking it out here. Be better if he needs it wrapping to get off the field. And let Henne come in. It's a 1st and 10. There's only 30 seconds left. Maybe he's trying to get to the end of the first quarter. Pass from Mahomes to Kelsey over the middle. Gains about 7 yards, and that will probably be the last play of the first quarter as Mahomes hops over to the sideline, really struggling to put pressure on that right ankle. I think that's what he was just trying to do, just trying to get to the end of the first quarter. He managed to get down onto the bench. And they're starting to get some tape wrapped up on it already. So you've got to be kidding me. Take him out. Yeah, I agree. I don't know why he wasn't taken out straight away. You know, he's your starting quarterback, your franchise quarterback. He's your magic man. You need him. You need him healthy. So if he needed taping, you know, that would have taken a couple of plays maximum. You know, Henne could have come in and run those 2 plays that Mahomes did, turning around and handing it off to McKinnon. So a strange decision there. Maybe it was Mahomes being a bit stubborn there, not wanting to come out.
Needs overruling though.
But after 1 quarter, we've got a tied ball game. But the Chiefs are again driving after scoring on their first drive, making it look very simple. They're driving again on this second possession. But how big an impact will that be, that injury to Patrick Mahomes? I say it's usually an injury you see to a lineman, a defensive lineman, an offensive lineman, when the piles get brought down and somebody gets their ankle landed on. Not good to see. Really struggling to put any sort of weight onto his foot, onto his right ankle. Briefly came off to the sideline, sat down, asked for taping, and then got back up and hobbled back on just to run 2 plays where he handed the ball off to McKinnon. Yes, he might have thought he could walk it off, perhaps. Perhaps he did really seem to be struggling. I mean, on that first handoff after the injury, he barely managed to get back to hand the ball off to McKinnon. He had to hop there. Hopefully it's just a slight sprain and not turf foot again or whatever, yeah. Hopefully so. I mean, even from a neutral standpoint, you know, you want to see the best players out there, absolutely. And not just in this game. If the Kansas City Chiefs do go on to win this game, you know, they're certainly going to need him healthy for next week against either the Bills or the Bengals, because that's sure to be a shootout of a game, whoever wins the other divisional matchup. So just saying it's a right ankle injury at the moment. So 2nd and 3 for the Chiefs from the 32-yard line. Just a quick pass out left to Moore. Doesn't get anywhere though. Again, well defended by the Jags. So 3rd and 3. These are the situations where the Jaguars defense really need to step up and get this Chiefs offense off the field. They are in field goal range, and you feel that Andy Reid will be aggressive. If they don't make this, they could potentially go for it.
Where are you from, Tracy?
So 3rd and 3. Snap back to Mahomes. Oh, starts moving around in the middle. Is the ball out? It could be a fumble. The Jags make a clear recovery. They're ruling it incomplete. They're saying Mahomes' arm was coming forward on the pass. Mahomes is really struggling. He is really struggling. He started moving around and realised he hasn't got the same. The arm was going forward, so they are going to rule it incomplete. You feel that he was trying to tuck it back in, though. So got Butker out to attempt the 50-yard field goal. But more concerning for the Chiefs, they're going to have to take a look at Mahomes. So here we go. 50-yard field goal attempt from Butker. And the kick is straight down the middle. Excellent kick from Butker. Had at least another 10, 15 yards on that one. So the Chiefs retake the lead 10-7 in this game. But a massive issue for Patrick Mahomes. That could really limit what the Chiefs call going forward. It's like he forgot the ankle injury there, started moving around inside the pocket, but just didn't have the movement at all to do that. And looked like as he started to throw the ball forward, changed his mind, the ball came out. But because his arm was moving forward as the ball came out, it was ruled incomplete. Butker kicked the field goal, and we've got a 10-7 game. But that could even this game up a little bit. Could make it slightly easier for this Jags defense if Mahomes isn't able to improvise and pull off that magic that we've seen so many times from him. So Trey said, right, of the Bills and Bengals, which one would you rather play? I'm beside myself. Both are capable of beaters, but also vice versa. Yeah, I honestly can't wait for that game tomorrow. Obviously, the Bills and Bengals, we know we were denied that matchup in Week 17, obviously by the horrific events that happened with Damar Hamlin. Thankfully, he's healing from that. But that game, even 7 to 8 minutes in, looked like a shootout. That game looked like it was going to be 30 plus for both teams, and potentially whoever had the ball last was going to win that one. And so I'm expecting the same tomorrow. It should be an amazing game. And should the Chiefs win this one, the Chiefs are our favourites to win this one, and a lot of people's favourites to win this one. But should the Chiefs win this one, then next week's matchup as well should produce another fantastic game. And what would be interesting, of course, is if the Bills do beat the Bengals tomorrow, that game wouldn't be played at Arrowhead. It would be played on a neutral site as well, yet to be determined. So again, that's going to be a bit of a level because it's not going to be the full Chiefs fan base there. It's going to be a bit more of an even split. So I look forward to that game if it happens. The Jaguars now, they've got a chance. So the Chiefs are ready to kick off. And it lands in the end zone. And so the Jags are going to start from the 25-yard line. Yeah, I think Mahomes realised on that last pass, if he would have thrown it where he was looking to throw it, that was going to be an interception. So Mahomes is up on his feet, is trying to bounce around. Snap back to Lawrence on first down. Quick pass out left to Travis Etienne. Makes a play and miss and dives down forward close to the first down. Looks like it's about a yard short. So it looks like on the sideline they're telling They're having a serious conversation with Mahomes about whether he should go back in or not, and Mahomes is saying, no way you're taking me out. That's what I'm seeing. That's how I'm reading the situation.
Lip read.
Yeah, he's saying, no way am I coming out. Lawrence dives forward for the first down for the Jags. But ultimately, it's head coach's decision, surely. You've got to protect your prize asset in Patrick Mahomes. And if you can be competitive and win this game and keep Mahomes fit and fit for the potential next week again in the championship game, you've got to do it. But Mahomes does not want to come out, and that's why I think he didn't come out in the first place. Hand off up the middle. Up the middle, takes a player on and dives down at the 40-yard line. Excellent run there for the Jags from Hasty. Let's take another look. Excellent blocking, finds the gap, bursts through, and gains 20 to 25 yards. And sets up the Jags now. So gains 23 yards on that play. Sets up the Jags in Chiefs territory. We have a game. This is play action pass from Lawrence. Scrambles out to his right. Finds Evan Ingram, who dives forward towards the first down marker. It's close. I think it is a first down. Evan Ingram has had a resurgent season this season with Trevor Lawrence being one of his favourite targets. Great catch, dives forwards and makes the first down. So the Jags are in field goal range already. Empty backfield for Lawrence. Quick pass out left to the receiver. And Zay Jones dives forward for 6 yards. Mose has taken his coat off. He's still walking up and down the sideline. He hasn't sat down. Coat's back on. So the Jags on the 25-yard line. Lawrence in the shotgun. Snap back to him. Scrambles out to his right again. Throws the ball out of bounds. There is a flag. Let's have a look what this flag is. So tripping against the Jags offensive lineman. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. They can't afford to hurt themselves with penalties. Oh. It's a tough call. When you're pushed over and your legs are sprawling anyway, it's very tough to say that you've purposely legged somebody up. For 2nd and 15, Jags still in field goal range. They're on the 35-yard line. Snap back to Lawrence. Starts to take off forward, but he's brought down on the sack. That pushes them 5 yards further back, so they are out of field goal range now.
Oh, my God.
It's going to make 3rd and 20. So Trevor Lawrence starts to step up. Then Clark steps back inside to bring him down on the sack. So Mahomes has been sent to the locker room. He's thrown his coat down. He's not happy. Coach's decision. Snap back to Lawrence. Scrambles around to his left. Tucks the ball. Throws downfield. Oh, and he's unable to connect with Hasty on 4th and 19. Had they connected, they would have certainly been within chance of kicking a field goal. I think they're going to have to punt here now. I wonder if word will have got to them, though, that Patrick Mahomes has gone to the sideline. Has gone to the locker room, sorry. That is big news in this game. Mahomes clearly didn't want to go to the locker room. Was stood on the sideline saying, no way am I going out of this game. But coach's decision is overruled. Excellent punt from the Jags, and he down it at the 1 yard line. Good luck, Chad Henne. So showing Mahomes heading towards the locker room. Every time you see it, it makes you wince. But the veteran, Chad Henne's been around in the league for a long time now. He's seen action in this sort of situation before. Has to come out, and his first play for the line of scrimmage is on his own 1 yard line. So Trey said, okay, I take a shot of Jim Bean apple for every touchdown, half a shot for field goals, but I just do a whole one. So I have myself 2 shots, here goes nothing. Well, the touchdowns and the field goals might slow down a little bit if Mahomes is out of the game. So you might have to come up with a new scoring system depending on how it goes. Yeah, on a first down. I like that. With Chad, anything is possible. I like that. Yeah, he's been in these games before as Chad Henne. Shouldn't be too concerned. Obviously, he's not at the same level of Patrick Mahomes. He's not going to scramble around in the same way. You know, he hasn't got the arm strength, but he's got that veteran presence to not make mistakes, not turn the ball over. So they're in safe hands, you would expect. But, you know, that could pick this Jags team up. You know, that could give them a little extra boost. I think they'll be really kicking themselves that they got forced out of field goal range there. Had a perfect opportunity to at least tie the game. And now with Patrick Mahomes on the sideline, they could have got the ball back in really good field position if they can stop the Chiefs here and force a 3 and out. They're going to get the ball in really good starting field position to potentially take the lead. We've got an interesting game now. Yeah, and you've got your wish, Tracy. Obviously, they are sending in Chad. see what he can do. Not a great starting field position for him. So here we go. So it's on the 2 yard line. So they've got an extra yard to play with. But Henne stood in his end zone in the shotgun. It's going to be a pass play. Nice quick pass over the middle for 5 yards to Travis Kelce. I think that's what they'll look to do. Let Henne get the ball out and nice and quick. So 2nd and 4 now for the Chiefs. Still inside their own 10 yard line. Snap back to Henne. There's a handoff up the middle to Pacheco. Breaks a tackle. Managed to gain about 8 or 9 yards on the ground. That's going to give them a first down. And some much needed breathing room as well. I feel the Jaguars want to take advantage of this situation now. Could send a few extra exotic blitzers now. It's a handoff to Pacheco again. And it's a good run again. That's 7 yards. This Jags defense can't let the Chiefs just run the ball and gain 6-7 yards every time. So clock ticking, just over 8 minutes left in the half. Chiefs will look to control the ball. Henne in the shotgun. Snap back to him. He's looking to pass. Lost the ball up in the air. It's deflected. Oh, and it should be intercepted. The ball gets deflected. Oh, and it really should have been an interception. It hits the defender's hands on the dive. So he's deflected the line. Oh, and it really should have been picked. Oh, Campbell's coming in and he had it taken out of his hands by the diving defender. A let off there for the Chiefs. 3rd and 3 now on the 23-yard line of the Chiefs. Snap back to Henne, scrambles out to his right, finds Tony and gains 7 yards for another Chiefs first down. Now, if you're a Jags fan watching this, you think you've got to take advantage of those opportunities. Patrick Mahomes is back on the sideline, by the way. So 1st and 10 now for the Chiefs. 7.5 minutes left in the half.
He's not going to put him on this half. He might put him on second half.
Chad Henne in the shotgun. Snap back to him. It's a pass play to Travis Kelce. Caught for another 5 yards. So it should be up 2nd and 5 for the Chiefs. It's a handoff on the sweep out to Sky Moore. Oh, he's hit hard after only gaining 2 yards. Excellent tackle. The Chiefs have really found it hard to get Sky Moore into the offense and get him the ball this season. The rookie. Got hit hard. Managed to hold on to the ball, though. So it's 3rd and 3. Can Henne convert again on 3rd down? Back in the shotgun. And it's going to be a timeout for the Chiefs. We're going to talk about this. Looked like the Jags were going to be sending pressure on that one. Yes, it's so close to a turnover. It really should have been. And the Jaguars have got to take advantage when presented with those opportunities. They've got to take advantage. That's for sure. But potentially good news for the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is back on the sideline. He's got his helmet on. But he, after being looked at in the locker room, but he really didn't want to go. You know, on the sideline before he went down to the locker room, Andy Reid and another coach were over there talking to him. And he was saying, no way, no way. So they were saying, obviously talking to him about taking him out the game. But you've got to put, you know, your health before your stubbornness. And the Chiefs need him healthy. So it'll be interesting to see. I think Chad Henne finishes this drive, depending on how far that goes. And then they'll evaluate. I think they'll hope potentially they can get to half-time without having to put Mahomes back in. Have another look at him at half-time for 15 minutes and get him ready to start the second half. But thank you, everyone that has joined us so far. If you let us know where you're watching today's game from. You're watching it from the UK, from the US, or if you're joining Eric from Ireland. Let us know in the comments and which team you're supporting in this one. Are you backing the Chiefs? You know, their job could be a little bit harder now if that injury to Mahomes keeps him out for the rest of this game. Or are you thinking that the Jags could potentially pull off the shock? Let us know in the comments. Let us know your thoughts on this game. Give us your score prediction. We've got a 10-7 game at the minute. The Chiefs with the ball 3rd and 3, still in their own half. Let us know what your score predictions are. So 3rd and 3. What have the Chiefs got dialed up on 3rd and 3? On their own 38-yard line. Snap back to Henne. Under pressure. Finds Kelsey, who slips a tackle for the first down. There is a flag. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if there was holding. Oh, no. The Jags have just kicked themselves. Roughing the passer. Sent a heavy blitz, the Jags. Oof. Yeah, you're going to get that called as helmet to the chin of the quarterback as well. And that's just gifted the Chiefs another 15 yards. Exactly what the Chiefs want. The Chiefs would love to milk this clock as far down as they can and score points. So empty backfield for Henne. Low pass. Falls incomplete. So Mahomes was trying to make it to half-time. But if Henne keeps going as he is, he won't need to come back out. So it's a handoff on 1st down to Pacheco. Stuffed at the line, breaks out of it at 30. He can really fly. 20, 10, stiff arms. Dives towards the end zone, but he looks like he's just short of the 3-yard line. An excellent turn of speed by Pacheco. Looked like he was stuffed at the line, but bounced off the tackle, ran out to the left, and then turned on the Jets. They're showing it again. And once he was in the open field, tried to throw in the stiff arm and was pushed out of bounds at the 3-yard line. So we go 1st and goal for the Chiefs. There's a handoff up the middle to Pacheco. His legs are taken from underneath him. Dives forward around the 1-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. And what an excellent drive this has been for Chad Henne. This drive started all the way from his own 2-yard line. And now he's only 1 yard short of potentially, with the extra point, giving the Chiefs a 10-point lead. So 2nd and goal. Chad Henne, empty backfield. McKinnon comes in now. It's fake handoff. Quick pass to Travis Kelce. And as easy as you like, that is a touchdown to the Chiefs. And what a drive from Chad Henne. Stepping in for the injured Patrick Mahomes. Has driven all the way down the field. Got 98 yards. And finished it off with a touchdown pass to Travis Kelce. And you've got the Jags have got to be frustrated with that. Should have had the interception, then committed the roughing the passer penalty on third down. And now they're going to find themselves potentially 10 points down in this game. And the kick is through, but the whistles were going before the kick was taken. Nice false start on offense. So 5 yards further back. Butker's attempt will be. So here we go. Butker ready to reattempt the extra point. Snap back to him, and again straight down the middle. And just like that, the Chiefs have a 10-point lead in this game. They can't say enough about what Chad Henne's come in and done there. Stepped in for the injured Patrick Mahomes and driven 98 yards to score the touchdown. Did have a bit of luck on the way. Should have been picked off the deflected pass. Also got a drive extender with the roughing the passer call as well. But, you know, you take what you get. He's thrown the ball pretty well. The Chiefs, even without Mahomes, have a 10-point lead. You feel the Jags need to score points on this next drive going into halftime. They can't afford to go in at 17-7 or worse. The Chiefs do get the ball in the second half. So has Henne played any games? Not that I'm aware of. I don't watch the Chiefs every week, so I'm not sure if he stepped in for victory formation or anything like that. So if any other Chiefs are watching, let us know. But I'm not aware if he has played at all this season. Yeah, so another shot. I thought it might dry up a little bit, to be honest, with Mahomes gone and having to go 98 yards to go and score point. Well, 98 yards for a touchdown. But there you go. You said anything possible. A shot cost mixture for Andy. Eric's calling for the whiskey. Whiskey? I fancy the whiskey. There you go. Second shot as well for Tracy. So we have a 17-7 game in this one. And the Jaguars defense have had no answers for the Chiefs offense. Even with Patrick Mahomes out of the game as well. So if you just joined us, let us know what your thoughts are watching this game so far. Do you see the Chiefs running away with it now? How much will that injury of Patrick Mahomes affect this game? Or do you think Chad Henne can do a good enough job to see them through? He did very well on that drive. Or do you see another furious comeback from this Jaguars team that came back from 27-0 down last week against the Chargers? You have to let us know what your thoughts are.
Ken Burns done that picture earlier.
So we're ready to kick off. So just under 4 minutes left for the Jaguars to go down the field to try and score some points. And the ball lands in the end zone. And so the Jags will start from their own 25-yard line. So a bit of a bad chain of events for the Jaguars there. They've driven the ball down all the way down to the 25-yard line of the Chiefs, got forced back on a penalty and a sack, had to punt. An excellent punt down to the 2-yard line. Chad Henne stepped out to take the place of Patrick Mahomes and drove the team all the way down the field and scored a touchdown. Let's see what the Jaguars could do in response. So it's a flip out to Travis Etienne and gains about 5 yards. So 2nd and 5 for the Jags. Trevor Lawrence under centre. It's a handoff to Etienne. Finds a gap and gains 7 yards on the ground, and it's going to be a first down for the Jags. Need to keep this going. They've got 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning. Clock ticking just under 3 minutes now. It's just showing Doug Peterson 5-2 record in the playoffs. Of course, won the Super Bowl with the Eagles. So again, Trevor Lawrence under centre. Heavy formation. And it's play action pass. Trevor Lawrence has got time to throw. Lofted pass down the left sideline. He's got a player wide open. It's Kirk. Oh, and he can't bring it in on the dive. He'd beaten the secondary. Looked like an excellent thrown pass from Trevor Lawrence. And Kirk on the dive looked like he brought it in, but must have slipped through and falls incomplete. Great throw from Trevor Lawrence. Christian Kirk really needs to bring that in. The Jags would have been set up on the Chiefs' 10-yard line had he been able to bring that in. Oh, hits both hands. 2nd and 10. It's a handoff to Etienne up the middle. Gains about 3 yards on the ground. So it's going to bring up a third down that the Jags really need to convert. The clock's ticking down. They could let this go down to the 2-minute warning. And they will let it go down to the 2-minute warning. Important play coming up on 3rd and 7. So for my 3rd, I'm behind. No, 21 after. Well, we'll see if Mahomes comes back out to see how many points the Chiefs do put up. They could put some more points up before half-time if they can force a stop against the Jags now. So while we're at the 2-minute warning, thank you very much for everyone that's joined us so far. Just to make you aware that we have recently just been sponsored by the brilliant Bet US. So if you are into betting and you do follow the sports as well, if you are from the US or from Canada, we have a fantastic sign-up offer for you. When you sign up with Bet US, you get a 125% bonus on that. They've got some fantastic offers for this weekend's divisional matchups and a range of other sports as well. We've got the link to that in our description and, of course, in the comments as well. So why not at halftime? Why not give that a check out and let us know what you think? We are also going to be live streaming the game later on today. After this one, the Eagles versus the Giants, which should be a fantastic matchup. The teams, of course, have matched up twice already this season. Will Jalen Hurts be fully fit in that one and able to play his full game as a dual threat quarterback? Daniel Jones, of course, had a great season himself as well for the Giants. Should be a really close, fascinating matchup. So make sure you join us straight after this one. We'll be hopping over to that live stream of the Eagles against the Giants.
Who's Tracy taking shots for in that one?
Just to let you know as well, just while we're still on the break, that we released our predictions and preview video of the divisional matchups this weekend. Released that today. The link to that video is in the description and also, again, in the comments. So please make sure you check that out. Let us know if you agree with our thoughts. So here we go. Important 3rd and 6 for the Jags. Snap back to Lawrence. Fires over the middle. Finds Kirk. 15-yard gain for the Jags into Chiefs territory. From a neutral fan's perspective, be great to see the Jags go down and score a touchdown here. Going to halftime at 17-14.
Great to see Mahomes come back in.
Snap back to Lawrence on first down. Pass to Kirk again. Gains 6 yards before running out of bounds. Stops the clock. 90 seconds left in the half. 2 timeouts for the Jags. So 2nd and 3 for the Jags from the 38-yard line of the Chiefs. Snap back to Lawrence, looking to pass. Scrambles forward, flips it out to Hasty, who managed to gain 7 yards. Looked like Lawrence was going to take off. Underarm flipped it to the running back Hasty. And managed to gain 7 yards for another first down. And again, might step out of bounds to stop the clock. Preserves the 2 timeouts. Play clock ticking down under 5 seconds. Snap back to Lawrence. Handoff to Hasty up the middle. Tackle down for about 3 yards. Clock ticking. Second and 6 from the Chiefs. 27-yard line. Snap back to Lawrence. Quick pass over the middle again to Kirk. Didn't get the block he needed. Only gains about 2 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down. The clock ticking under 50 seconds. Shotgun for Lawrence. Snap back to Lawrence. Throws a pass low down to Kirk. Looks like he's incomplete. Now a big decision for Peterson. Usually quite an aggressive play caller. The 4th and 2. But it looks like the kicker's coming out. It could be the potential of the Patrick Mahomes injury. So they think if we kick a field goal here, make it a 1-score game for sure before halftime. See if Mahomes comes out to start the second half. The kick. Oh, he just sneaks inside the right upright. Just about. But the Jags do cut the Chiefs' lead down to 7 points. And we've got a 1-score game. Just under 30 seconds left in the half. But the Chiefs do get the ball to start the second half as well. So good drive from the Jags. Be a little disappointed not to convert on that 3rd down. But at least they did score points. They've cut this lead to a 1-score game. And it's much better to be going in at halftime at 17-10 than 27-7, which is what they went in against the Chargers last weekend. And if again, while we're just on the break, if you fancy something a little bit different than the NFL news, we have produced, the NFL UK Ops have produced the NFL QB Pub, where QBs goes to get things off their chest. There's a bit of a comedy sketch on our channel, so please make sure you check out our channel. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our NFL content or any of our live streams, so you know when we're on all the time. But the NFL QB Pub, something created by us, a bit of light-hearted comedy, so make sure you check that out and let us know what your thoughts are. And again, let us know if you are watching the game after this one, the fascinating matchup between the Eagles and Giants. You know, it's very late over where we are. The game kicks off at 1:15 in the morning where we are, but we're sticking through, we're battling through to watch that game. So make sure you do come and join us for that. So let us know if you are watching the Eagles and Giants. And even better so, if you can come and join and talk to me so I'm not sat here by myself, that'd be fantastic. So back to this game. The Jags just cut their lead down to 7. So it's all the biggest talking point from this first half is that injury to Patrick Mahomes. How bad is it? And will he come out in the second half? So the Jags are ready to kick off. There's 27 seconds left. The Chiefs have one timeout. You imagine that they would just try and run the clock out. And the kick is up. It lands in the back of the end zone. The Chiefs will start from their own 25-yard line. And the Chiefs look like they're taking a knee. And they are coming off to the sideline. So the score at halftime will be the Kansas City Chiefs 17, the Jacksonville Jaguars 10. So a really good game we've had. A close matchup. The Chiefs have looked pretty solid on offense. So Doug Peterson, the head coach of the Jags, said he doesn't mind being down at halftime, especially on a one-score game as well. You know, they fancy the chance of coming back into this one, especially if Chad Henne comes back out at quarterback for the Chiefs. Not saying anything negative about Chad Henne. He did absolutely fantastic stepping in for Patrick Mahomes. Drove the Chiefs 98 yards, finished by a touchdown pass to Travis Kelce. But we've got a fascinating matchup for the second half in this one. So we're just going to step aside for a short period and we'll come back after half time. Which while we are on the half, again, just a reminder as well, make sure you check out BetUS. If you're from the US or from Canada, there's a fantastic sign-up bonus at the moment of 125% when you sign up with BetUS. The link is in the description and also in the pinned comments up at the top. There's some fantastic offers this weekend with the divisional rounds and also on other sports as well. So please give that a check out and let us know what your thoughts are. And if betting's not your thing, head over to our channel and check out our video for today's preview and predictions of the divisional round as well. What we predict is going to happen, who we think is going to win, and let us know your thoughts of whether you agree, disagree with our picks. Right now, we'll see you in about 10 minutes. And welcome back to the live play-by-play reaction stream of the Chiefs against the Jaguars. The Jaguars are just about ready to kick off back to the Chiefs. And the kick's up. And it is returnable. No, it's not. He lets go over his heads into the end zone. So the Chiefs will start from the 25-yard line. And Patrick Mahomes is coming out. In a large cheer from the crowd. So we've got 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 for the Chiefs from their own 25-yard line to start the second half. We're keeping a close eye on how well Mahomes is able to move. Now back to Mahomes. It's a handoff to Pacheco. Gains about 3 yards on the ground. So 2nd and 7 for the Chiefs. Snap back to Mahomes. Fires it out to Travis Kelce. Looks like he's about a yard short. So that's bring up about 3rd and 1 for the Chiefs. Mahomes seems to be able to put pressure back down on that right ankle, which looks good for him, and very good news for the Chiefs. So 3rd and 1. Snap back to Mahomes. Plenty of time to throw. Starts scrambling forward, and then eventually dives down after gaining about 5 yards on the ground. He is still hobbling. He's still favouring that ankle. You could tell that as soon as he started setting off, he didn't have the same burst. Even sort of hopped. He took a look down the line as well to make sure he'd gone past the 1st down as well before falling to the ground. I'm not sure it's the best decision to have him out there at the minute. He can't turn around and hand the ball off. All he had to do there was turn around and hand the ball to McKinnon, and again he had to hop. He's got to make the sensible decision here, Mahomes. He's got to come out the game. If I'm Doug Peterson here, I'm sending a lot of pressure on on Mahomes here now. He hasn't got the maneuverability. You want to pin him inside so he can't step out to the side. He hasn't got the maneuverability. Step back to Mahomes. Looking from left to right. Eventually throws the ball away. No. That's not the Mahomes of usual. At that point, usually Mahomes would start moving out to his right or moving out to his left, scrambling around to try and make a play. He didn't really move. He stayed pretty much in the pocket the entire time. So 3rd and 10. Can the Jags get off the field? Can you imagine pressure's coming on Mahomes here? How many did the Jags send? Send 5. Under pressure, Mahomes gets it out and he goes over the head of Travis Kelce. It's going to be 4th and 10. The Chiefs are going to have to punt, and I think the Chiefs need to make a decision on Patrick Mahomes. Dangerous looking pass. If he'd have underthrown that just in the slightest, it would have been tipped or potentially intercepted. And the punt's up. It is returnable. all the way from the 5-yard line. Looked like he was going to get some acceleration, but started to slide. Eventually gets brought down at the 15-yard line of the Jags, and that's where they will start. So a good defensive stand for the Jaguars of this drive. But the big story from this game is the fitness of Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, in the first half, had his ankle landed on and was visibly hurt and hobbling around. Didn't want to come out of the game. Eventually forced out the game into the locker room. Came out in the second half. To begin with, on the first pass play, looked like he could put pressure on it. But then after that, as soon as he started having to move around, started hobbling, could barely turn around to hand the ball off to the running back as well. You know, you've got to think, of course, the Chiefs want to win this game. Of course they do. But does an injured Patrick Mahomes give you the best chance? And then the best chance to, even if you win this game, to go and win next week? Or would you be better off putting Chad Henne in? He's just driven your team 98 yards down the field to score a touchdown. Seems like a no-brainer to me. I think Chad Henne needs to come out on the next drive for the Chiefs. But it's got to be motivating for this Jacksonville Jaguars team. They finally made a stop and forced the Chiefs to punt. They've got to go down the field. And if they can go down the field on this drive and score a touchdown to tie this game will get very interesting. So as Andy said, put Chad back in. Yeah, I think that's absolutely the right decision. They need to put Chad Henne back in. They've got to think about the fitness of Patrick Mahomes. And as stubborn as Patrick Mahomes is, refusing to come off the field and go to the locker room, you've got to think of his fitness. There's no use him battling through this game and then being injured for next week. Because that's going to be a massive hindrance against either the Bengals or the Bills. But it's got to be a boost. It's got to be a boost for this Jags team. Let's see what they can do on offense. Starting 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. And it's a handoff to Hasty. Steps back inside. And managed to gain 4 or 5 yards on first down. Good run. So Etienne comes back out. On 2nd and 5 from the Jags 20-yard line. Lawrence in the shotgun. Tight trips formation right. It's a handoff to Etienne. Spins. And managed to gain about 3 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down. You'll be need to convert this, Jaguars. It's a good tackle from the safety coming up. It's a 3rd and 3. Can the Jaguars keep his drive going? It's empty backfield for Trevor Lawrence. Etienne comes back inside now. It's a quick pass to him. He's got space. Dives forward and converts for the 1st down. It is a 1st down. Just about gets there. So he had plenty of space. Etienne, he just had to pick a hole and dive forward for the 1st down. So 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line rather. Snap back to Lawrence's handoff again to Etienne up the middle. Finds a gap. And breaks off a run straight up the middle for 12 yards. Excellent running from Etienne. When the Jags have got something rolling on this drive now. Momentum is such a massive thing. You've got to imagine that Doug Peterson in the halftime locker room was saying to them, 27-7 last week. It's only 17-10 this week. Hand off to Etienne on 1st down. Managed to work his way for a 3-yard gain. So I'll bring up 2nd and 7. Empty backfield for Lawrence. Trips left. Under pressure straight away. Tries to get the ball out quick, which he does. But no receiver in the area. 2 Chiefs defenders trying to dive for it. Seemed to be an unblocked man straight up the middle for the Chiefs. The Jags offensive line just completely parted and gives Saunders a free shot on Trevor Lawrence. Could have been called. It looked like the top of the helmet hit the chin of Lawrence, but he didn't get called. Snap back to Lawrence. Quick pass. On 3rd and 7, falls behind the receiver. And that's going to be up 4th and 7 and likely a punt. And a missed opportunity for the Jags. So 4th and 7. Cook's out to punt. And the punt's up. Another good punt. Returnable from Tony. An excellent coverage. Brings him down at the 19-yard line of the Chiefs. And that's where they'll take over on the next drive. So who will we see on this next drive? Will it be Patrick Mahomes? Or will it be Chad Henne? I know if I'm Andy Reid at the moment, I'm sending out Chad Henne, but you've got a 17-10 lead. Henne's driven your team 98 yards, and Patrick Mahomes is really struggling for maneuverability. It's a no-brainer. I think you said send out Chad Henne. Mahomes has proven stubborn so far. We'll see if he gets his way on this one. So if we're just into the 3rd quarter, gives you thoughts on today's game. Do you think that the Chiefs will continue this, and whether it's Henne or Patrick Mahomes that sees this game out, do you see them finishing and winning this game? Or can you see another roaring comeback from the Jaguars and pulling off one of the biggest shocks of the playoffs, probably in history, if they could knock off the Chiefs in Arrowhead? Let us know in the comments what you think the score will be. Of course, we welcome all NFL fans to our live streams. We're going to be live streaming the late game today, the Eagles and the Giants game, which should be another brilliant matchup. We'll also be live streaming both divisional matchups tomorrow as well. I can't wait for the Bills and Bengals game that I'm most looking forward to of this weekend. And then another fascinating matchup between the 49ers and Cowboys. If the Cowboys can get that offense rolling, like they did against the Buccaneers last week, should be in for one hell of a game in that one as well. The 49ers on such a roll, 11-game win streak, led by Mr. Not So Irrelevant Brock Purdy. Should be another great matchup. So make sure you join us for our live streams there as well. So we have got Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes has got his way. Snap back to him. It's a handoff to Pacheco. Gains 3 yards. Really taped up ankle for Patrick Mahomes. He needs that ankle to be able to push off in order to throw the ball deep. It's plant foot. So 2nd and 7 for the Chiefs from their own 23-yard line. Patrick Mahomes back in the shotgun again. Takes the snap. Quick pass out to Pacheco in the flat. And he spins off a tackle very close to a first down. He might have even made it. It's close. I think he's gained the first down if he stayed in, but he did. That's the first down. Oh, the officials have ruled it short. I think that was definitely a first down. And it is mere inches. I think the Chiefs are. Andy Reid is challenging. The Chiefs are challenging. I think he did make it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look on this angle. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close and very difficult to call as well off of that replay. We would need hard evidence to reverse a call. And that would be a big waste of a timeout, actually, if they do end up losing that challenge, especially because it was 3rd and short and it was really mere inches as well. But I suppose Patrick Mahomes can't sneak it. Wouldn't want to get rolled up on the ankle again, so let's wait and see what happens with that one. So welcome back, Eric, as well. So of interest, Liam Smith just knocked out Chris Bank. Oh, interesting. Yeah, wasn't expecting that one. So Andy asked him, was it a good fight? What round was the knockout? So let us know. So also, if you let us know if there are any Eagles or Giants fans currently watching in the chat, if you let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think of your chances in the game later on. So if there are any Eagles or Giants fans, let us know in the comments. Let us know what your thoughts are. Are you confident going into today's game? No, it should be a real tight matchup, that one, that's for sure. You know, the Giants are really building momentum. Starting to feel like those runs they've had in the past those 2 Super Bowls with Eli Manning, especially if they manage to knock off the Eagles today. We'll see how that one goes. So there you go. The call stands. You have to have clear evidence to overturn it, and the angles just aren't great. The pylon angle isn't good, and then the other angle, reverse angle, you can't see where the ball is, so they've just lost a timeout when they only needed 3rd and tiny. Oh, that's going to be close as well. Rather than Patrick Mahomes sneaking it, this is going to be close.
What did they do?
So it is 4th down. So it was Gray that sneaked in and took the snap under center and tried to get the sneak. But he didn't make it. No. Great defending by the Jags. And then they try and snatch the ball out and the Chiefs end up punting. To have lost a timeout and they didn't convert. Fair catch called for on the punt. And the Jags will start from their own 11-yard line. So another brilliant stand by this Jags defense. Now they need their offense. Go and score some points. That tells you a lot, the fact that the Chiefs have called a QB sneak, essentially, with Gray, rather than Patrick Mahomes under center either sneaking or doing something else magical like they usually try and do, a play action, perhaps. Didn't see that. And I think they've got to be sensible. You know, it's causing problems with their play calling because they can't call certain plays because Patrick Mahomes isn't able to pull off those plays because he can't move at the moment. But it's keeping this game close. The Jaguars offense just need to go down and score some points. So it's handoff to Hasty. Works hard to gain 4 yards. Could have been a tackle for a loss. So 2nd and 6 for the Jaguars. Quick pass out to Engram. Got blockers out in front, but great defending by the Chiefs out there. It's going to be up 3rd down and 2. So 3rd and 2 for the Jags. Can they convert, keep this drive going? 7 points down. Just around 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Snap back to Lawrence. Steps forward. Loft pass to Engram. It's a 1st down. Gains about 5 yards on the pass play to Engram. And that keeps the chain out, moves the chains for the Jags. Very interesting call that head coach Andy Reid's got to make for this Chiefs team. What gives them the best chance of winning this game with their play calling. Snap back to Lawrence on 1st down. To Agnew. A quick pass in the flat. Gains 2 yards. It's a 2nd and 8 for the Jags from the 25-yard line. Snap back to Lawrence looking to pass. Passes back across to Engram. Managed to break one tackle, can't break the second, and they actually lose 3 yards on that play. Can the Jags convert? 3rd and long, 3rd and 12. Trips right for the Jags.
Play clock.
Snap back to Lawrence. Under pressure, gets the ball off.
Oh.
Can't quite get the ball there to Christian Kirk. The pass was there, he just couldn't quite get it to him. Falls incomplete, brings up 4th and 12. And the Jaguars will punt. I think that's on Lawrence, really. Kirk got open. The punt is up. Tony's got space to return at 30. And he's eventually brought down around the 39-yard line. So good starting field position for the Chiefs. Who have we got coming out? It's a hobbling Patrick Mahomes coming out. They're going to stick with him. What I would do personally, I think they need to get Mahomes out of this game. But so it said the 4th round, even enough contests in the first few rounds. Smith knocked Eubank down, got straight away, should have been stopped. Referee let it go and Smith finished it. The 4th round as well. Well, how many losses has Eubank got now? It doesn't sound like he's going to be following in his father's steps, that's for sure. So while we're on the game break, again, we've just been sponsored by the brilliant Bet US. They've got some fantastic offers this weekend for the divisional round of the NFL and other sports, of course, as well. If you sign up with them today, you get a 125% sign-up bonus of the amount of money that you put down as well. We've got the link to their website in the description and, of course, in the comments as well. So please check them out and let us know what you think. But a brilliant offer for this weekend, 125% sign-up bonus with BetUS, available to people from US and Canada. So let us know. So that's his 3rd loss. Yeah, it's not going to go on to much greater things, I don't think. Do you watch much boxing, Eric? Let us know what. Do you watch all types of boxing? Looking forward to a potential Fury Usyk fight. So here we go. The Chiefs back out on offense, starting from the 39-yard line. Snap back to Mahomes. Looking to pass. Lofted pass. Wide open. Wow. How did Gray get that wide open? A big pass play. 25 yards plus. Deep crossing route from Gray. I don't think he could believe once he caught the ball to turn around and see how much space he had. And now the Chiefs are all the way down inside the Jags 35-yard line. There's a handoff to McKinnon. Only gains about 2.
Mahomes is still hopping.
Has to be frustrating for this Jaguars defense, who stopped the Chiefs twice, and then the offense have not been able to do anything. So 2nd and 9 for the Chiefs. Already in field goal range for Butker. Snap back to Mahomes. Looking to pass down the right sideline. Is it intercepted? Oh, I thought it looked like he brought it in.
Yeah, I thought so. Was he out of bounds?
Didn't celebrate, so he obviously hadn't.
Oh, no.
No, he clearly bounced on the ground. Great coverage from Williams. Looked like he definitely got in front of the receiver and almost pulled it in. That's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Can the Jags get to Mahomes and force a tougher field goal attempt? Or can the Chiefs convert? Snap back to Mahomes. Pressure. Lofted pass from Mahomes. Great coverage from this Jags defense. There is a flag. Ooh, it could be on the Chiefs. Could it be holding? Oh, pass interference offense. 10-yard penalty against the Chiefs for pass interference from Juju Smith-Schuster. Interested to see a replay of that one. Obviously blocks the defender off. Yeah. A pick play, but made it too obvious. Stepped right into the defender. Makes it 3rd and 19. The Chiefs are out of field goal range. Can the Jags keep it that way? This would be a massive stop if they can. Empty backfield for Mahomes. He's got no extra protection if a Jags player breaks through. Quick pass to Travis Kelce. He's got blockers out in front. Steps back inside. Works his way all the way back to the 32-yard line. So it will be a field goal attempt for Butker. So Butker coming out. See if he can make this a 2-score game. Kicked a 50-yard field goal earlier. So here we go from Butker. 50-yard attempt. It is straight through the middle. Never in doubt from Butker there. It makes it a 20-10 game. We're right towards the end of the 3rd quarter as well. If the Jaguars are going to make a comeback, it needs to start on the next drive. So, like I said, I'm a massive boxing fan. I've been watching for years. I like most sports, to be fair. That's brilliant. In terms of the boxing, there's only 2 guys out there that need to get down now. It has to be Tyson Fury and Usyk in terms of the heavyweight anyway. Joshua has proven that he isn't in the same category as those 2. And obviously Wilder as well. So it'll be interesting to see if those fights happen Fury wants to fight Joshua. I wouldn't be surprised if I was Fury. I'd want to fight Joshua as well. We should have some really good matchups again this year, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So the Chiefs are ready to kick off. And it is returnable from the 20 and gets knocked down right at the 25-yard line. 2 seconds left in the third quarter. So, Jaguars, comeback kings last weekend, need to score on this drive. At least a field goal to keep themselves within touching distance. The defense has played pretty well. So it's play action from Trevor Lawrence under pressure. Oh, and he's brought down heavy on the sack, and that's going to be a loss for about 9 yards. Wow. Play action pass. And Wadi comes straight up the middle and pulls him down to the ground, and that's a 9-yard loss, which makes this drive much harder. But that's the end of the third quarter. Kansas City Chiefs lead this one 20-10. Like I said, the Jaguars have had chances in this game. Opportunities for interceptions, opportunities on offense. They just haven't been able to combine both things in this game, the Jaguars, unfortunately. To start with, their offense was doing pretty well, but the defense couldn't stop the Chiefs. Roles reversed now. The defense has played pretty well, stopping the Chiefs, but the offense has got nothing going. They have to score. They have to get points on this drive. Got to find a way to convert. They're starting this next quarter on 2nd and 19. Need to find a way. So, like I said, I would like to see that, but the one fight needs to happen is Crawford and Spence to unify the welterweight division. Now, I've got to admit, I've watched more middleweight, heavyweight fighting, so I don't watch those ones as much, but I believe you. So at the end of the third quarter, we've got a 20-10 scoreline. Jags needing to find another way to come back in this one against the Chiefs. Not as much of a mountain as they had to climb from 27-0 down last week, but it's still going to be pretty tough. Still a very banged up Patrick Mahomes that probably shouldn't be still in this game. And you never know if the Jags commit a turnover and a pick six or fumble six or something like that, and the Chiefs get to a 3-score game, you imagine they'll pull him. Again, just a reminder before we go into the fourth quarter as well, we are live streaming the Eagles and Giants game. So make sure you come and join us for that one. 1:15 a.m. over in the UK where we are. So please come and join us so I'm not just sat talking to myself on here. Let us know your thoughts. Who you think is going to win that one, the Eagles or the Giants? Should be another great game, that one. So we're ready for the fourth quarter. 2nd and 18. From the 12-yard line. Snap back to Lawrence. Pass over the middle. Good catch by Jones. It's going to bring it up to a 3rd and manageable now. So 3rd and 6. It's a shotgun for Trevor Lawrence. 3rd and 6. Snap back to him. Takes off up the middle and dives forward. And manages to gain 10, 11 yards on that play. Keeps the drive going. And just what the Jaguars need. Converted from 2nd and 18. Looking like they're in a massive hole. Knowing they need to score on this drive to stay in this game. Lawrence goes on the scramble on 3rd and 6. First and 10 for the Jags from their own 40. It's a handoff up the middle. Good running from Etienne. That gains 6 yards. Second and 4. Starting to get something rolling, Trevor Lawrence. There's a flag after the snap. False start against the Jags. Can't afford to hurt themselves with penalties. Yeah, thanks for that. 2nd and 9 for the Jags from their own 41-yard line. Loftus pass down the right sideline. He's got a wide open Jones. Gets tackled down at 23, but there is a flag. Who's the flag against? Lawrence is pointing against the defense. It is. It is. Declined, and the Jags are set up in nice field position. They're already in field goal range, inside the red zone. It's probably a shame that that ball wasn't thrown slightly more inside for Jones. It seemed to have a bit of space. So he's just outside the red zone. 22-yard line. Snap back to Lawrence. It's a flip play to Christian Kirk. Got blockers out in front. And he's tackled right down at the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for Jaguars. Set up in excellent position now to score a touchdown.
Oh my God, don't knock the Chiefs out.
So 1st and goal. It's a handoff over the middle to Etienne. Steps inside. And he's in for the touchdown.
Interesting.
So here we go. If the Jags could kick the extra point, we've got a 3-point score game. And they're well within it. Can the defense stand up again for the Jaguars, get another stop and give this offense an opportunity? But an excellent drive from the Jaguars. And the extra point is through. Here we go. 2017 to the Chiefs. Well within it. You've got to say that injury to Patrick Mahomes has been a massive impact in this game. It could still prove to be further if they keep him in the game and he's not able to move around. Remember, Chad Henne drove the Chiefs offense 98 yards on his only possession of the game as well. Might be a better choice. The Jaguars still in the... Absolutely. Jaguars are in this. Just need one stop. Just need another stop on this next drive. Now, not many people that would have said that the Jaguars were knocking off the Chiefs. All the experts picked the Chiefs before the game, including us, of course. But that injury to Patrick Mahomes is clearly limiting this offense. I think they need to. I think the coaches need to make the decision and pull Patrick Mahomes for the better of the team. So Andy said, "What odds BetUS giving for the Giants versus a Jags Super Bowl?" Imagine that. Imagine that at the start of the season. Imagine the odds you'd have got, but still going into this playoffs. If somebody would have said, what are the odds of it being a Jaguars versus New York Giants Super Bowl? Would have been pretty high. Which is actually a good lead in, Andy, just to remind people that we are sponsored by BetUS and they have a fantastic sign-up bonus this weekend during the divisional weekend of the NFL. When you sign up with BetUS, you get a 125% sign-up bonus on them that you can use on the American football or, of course, on any other sport of your choice as well. So make sure you check that out. We've got the link to them in the description and, of course, in the chat up at the top as well. So make sure you check out BetUS if you're from the US or from Canada. So, 2017, in the fourth quarter of the divisional round, and the Jaguars are ready to kick the ball back to the Chiefs. And the ball lands in the end zone, and the Chiefs will start from their own 25-yard line. Will we see Patrick Mahomes come back out? I imagine so.
Oh.
So here we go. What's Patrick Mahomes and this Chiefs offense got? He just hasn't got the mobility to get around now. Snap back to Mahomes. Plenty of time to throw. Throws it behind a wide open Travis Kelce. You don't see that miss very often from Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Perhaps Kelce stepped outside on the stop rather than coming back inside, but the ball was thrown inside rather than outside from Patrick Mahomes. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Chiefs from their own 25-yard line. Snap back to Mahomes. Passes to Kelce over the middle, who dives down forward right at the sticks for a first down for the Chiefs. Still hobbling Mahomes. Unbelievable connection between Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. So 1st and 10 for the Chiefs from their own 35-yard line. Quick pass out wide. Falls incomplete. Still hobbling Mahomes.
Not good. No.
You've got to think of the greater impact. If the Chiefs do win this one, you know, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes' ankle watch this week going into that AFC Championship game next Sunday. See, that quick pass was all down to his plant foot not being able to get set and put the weight on it. Couldn't get the ball there. Snap back to Patrick Mahomes. Takes more steps back. Thinks about scrambling. Finds Travis Kelce, who gained 16 yards on that play. It's like Mahomes thought about starting to move forward and scramble and then realised, well, wait a minute, I can't because of my ankle. But then finds Travis Kelce coming back on the inside, who dives down for the first down. Could have been blocking the back from Smith-Schuster then. But 1st and 10, handoff to McKinnon. Up through the middle, gains 4 yards. Travis Kelce got 14 catches today. Most by a tight end in a game in a postseason history. So 2nd and 6. From the 45-yard line of the Jags. Is it false start or neutral zone infraction? They've given it against the Jaguars. Not good news for them. That's going to be another 5 yards added on to the Chiefs' drive. It is still 2nd down, but it's 2nd and very short now. So 2nd and inches. Snap back to Mahomes. Lofted pass down left sideline. And it's caught by Smith-Schuster on the 23-yard line. There's a flag. I wouldn't be surprised if that were pushing off. He seemed to be so wide open. Sure, that was a push-off. Oh, it's hands to the face against defense. That's going to be declined. So the Chiefs have a 1st down just outside the red zone now. Yeah, it's clear hands to the face. I don't know if Smith-Schuster had the separation. Let's have another look at this one. Close one. So 1st and 10 for the Chiefs on the 24-yard line of the Jaguars. Snap back to Mahomes. It's a handoff to Pacheco. Gains 7 yards. It takes the Chiefs into the red zone. So 2nd and 3. It's a flip play out to Tony. Gets blockers in front, still going. Stepped out of bounds about the 3-yard line. This could be the killer drive if the Chiefs manage to get into the end zone on this one. Stepped out of bounds around the 3-yard line. So 1st and goal. It's a handoff to McKinnon, but well snuffed out by the Jags defense. That's a 3-yard loss. Great penetration, great tackle. Bring up 2nd and goal from the 6. The 2nd and goal. Mahomes in the shotgun. McKinnon gets spread out wide. Mahomes starts to move forward. Lofted pass into the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It's Valdes-Scantling. And that could be the backbreaker in this game of the Jaguars. Still hobbling off Patrick Mahomes. Being escorted by another player. But another bit of Mahomes magic there. Moving around in the pocket, steps forward. And Lofts finds the pass to Valdes-Scantling in the back of the end zone. And pending the extra point, we could have a 10-point score game. Butker ready for the extra point. Kicks it straight down the middle. It's 27-17. Just over 7 minutes left in the game. Sort of desperation time now for the Jaguars. Mahomes was getting picked up off the ground after that last play, actually. Really struggling. How much damage will this be doing to the ankle? The fact that Mahomes is staying in the game could have an impact on next week. Yeah, my favourite penalty, illegal use of the hands to the face. It is a funny one. So 27-17. Do we give the Jaguars a chance to come back in this one, do you think? No, they're going to have to score points on this next drive, at least a field goal, if not a touchdown on this next drive, to make it a one-score game. Because by the time they've worked up the field into that position, they're going to have burned potentially 3 or 4 minutes off the clock. And they're going to have to be starting to use timeouts to stop the Chiefs. Unless they get a big play. You know, they had a really good kick return earlier in the game. Could do with another one of those. But a tall order for the Jaguars to come back in this one from 10 points down. And only 7 minutes left in the game. So let us know, did you pick the Chiefs before this game's come out on top? Let us know. We released our video early today, previewing the divisional round and our predictions for this round as well. The link to that video is in the comments up at the top, so make sure you check that video out. Let us know if you agree with our picks as well. We did pick the Chiefs. We didn't predict, obviously, Patrick Mahomes to get injured and this game to be potentially close. You'll let us know what you think of our other picks in the comments. So here we go. The kick is up. It is returnable. Over the middle. Makes a player miss. Oh, the 40. Oh, and he's brought down by the kicker at the 45. Agnew. Oh, what a return that would have been. He had a great return in the first half. Took it into Chiefs territory. Managed to burst another one through there. And gets brought down by Butker on the dive.
Well done, Butker.
Oh, he got his ankle caught on Butker's helmet. And goes down. Oh, had he not done that, he'd have been gone down the sideline. We go 1st and 10 for the Jags from their own 45. Lofted pass down the middle. Falls incomplete. Looking for Christian Kirk. So 2nd and 10. Until the Jaguars are at least in field goal range, this is definitely 4-down territory now. Great defending by Thornhill. As Christian Kirk went up to grab it. So we've got an injured Jaguars player down as well at the minute. So Eric said they have a chance, but you see the Chiefs answering back if they do. They need a turnover and some luck. Yeah, they do. Yeah, if they can go down the field now and score a touchdown, they're definitely in it. If they score a field goal, they're still in it. But a fumble won't go amiss. You can't see Patrick Mahomes risking too much if it is him that steps out in the next drive. But a fumble would be nice. And as you said yourself, great return. And just got his ankle of his boot hit Butker's helmet, face mask. Had it not, he'd have been gone down the sideline. And that would have set up a brilliant finish. Let us know, Eric, as well. Are you sticking around, Eric, for the Eagles and Giants game? So while waiting for this game to restart after the injury, let us know what your thoughts on the Giants and Eagles. Starting to look forward to the Eagles and Giants game in the second matchup on Saturday. Who do you see winning that one? If you make your call in the comments, should be a very, very close game, that one. Let us know who you see winning. Do you see the Jalen Hurts-led Eagles? Or do you see the Daniel Jones-led Giants coming out on top in that one? So 2nd and 10. It's Christian Kirk that was hurt on that last play.
Gave a dead leg in a minute.
So 2nd and 10 for the Jaguars from their own 45-yard line. Snap back to Lawrence under pressure. Gets the ball out. Looking for Jones. Gets hit to the ground. The ball falls incomplete. Just gets the ball out before he gets hit. So 3rd and 10. A big 3rd and 10 for this Jaguars team. Trying to keep their season alive. Snap back to Lawrence. It's a low snap. Gets the ball off wide open. Engram. I don't know how he's that wide open. Coming across the field. Gains 15 yards. Be interesting to see how did he get that wide open. A poor snap. Well handled from Lawrence. And then a wide open Engram running the drag route across the middle of the field. Snap back to Lawrence on 1st down. There's a flag. And it's a great pass and catch on the dive, on the slide, all the way down to the 21-yard line of the Chiefs. I think it was offside against the Chiefs as well. It was. So the Jaguars are down to the 21-yard line, so already in field goal range. So they can cut this game to a one-score game. So Frank Clark on the right end was offside.
He tipped it. That was good.
It's 1st and 10 for the Jags. Looking for the end zone from Trevor Lawrence. Almost intercepted. A risky pass, and Thornhill almost came down with it against Jones. A risky pass there.
Can you hear that music? It's like somebody playing the piano next door.
Risky pass from Trevor Lawrence. Just over 6 minutes left in the game. 2nd and 10 on the 21-yard line of the Chiefs. Snap back to Lawrence. Oh, tries to throw the screen to Engram. It bounces off his hands and falls incomplete. I think he had blockers out in front as well. It's a missed opportunity. I think it was well set up from the Jags. Oh, he had blockers inside as well. Had Engram brought that ball in and stepped inside, it'd have been at least a first down. As it is, it's 3rd and 10. A field goal for the Jags isn't terrible. Lawrence scrambles forward, looking for the first down, lowers his shoulder and makes the first down. Excellent play from Trevor Lawrence on the scramble. Straight up to the line. Jaguars have seen something that they like. Snap back to Trevor Lawrence. Quick pass out wide. And the ball's out on the ground. I think the Chiefs have landed on it as well. They have. What a killer for the Jags. What a killer for the Jags. They were down around the 5-yard line and the ball comes out. Clearly recovered by the Chiefs, and that could be the game. Did he have control of the ball? I think he did. I think that could potentially be the game over. What a shame. What a shame after the Jaguars have driven down the field. Looked like they were going to be getting into the 5-yard line of the Chiefs. And then the fumble comes up. And that could be the difference. Yeah, that's how it comes up on here. Face red, droopy eyes. Yeah, we get it. It's disappointing. Disappointing from a neutral fan's perspective to see that happen. You know, Chiefs fan, if you're a Chiefs fan, you're delighted. But such a shame. The Jags have played a good game in this one. They just haven't been able to combine offense and defense at the same time in this game. It seems to have just been one or the other. And just as it looked like they're getting something going back on offense, and then that happens, it's going to be tough for them to come back now. You know, clock's under 6 minutes. So 1st and 10 for the Chiefs from their own 3-yard line. Can the Jags get a stop? It's a handoff to Pacheco. Gains about 3 yards.
Chad.
Showing the catch and fumble.
He didn't even get touched.
It's like as he tried to bring it in, it slipped out. Had 2 fantastic kick returns in this game as well, Agnews. Such a shame. So 2nd and 6. Quick pass from Mahomes to Tony. And brought down a yard short of the line to gain. This could be the game here. If the Jaguars are able to force a stop on 3rd and 1, they've still definitely got a chance in this one. The clock's still 5 minutes left. 2 timeouts remaining on the 2-minute warning. They need a stop on 3rd and 1. You know, the Patrick Mahomes QB sneak's probably off the call sheet on this one. It's tight formation from the Chiefs. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Pacheco. It looks like he's stuffed. He is. Excellent defensive stand from the Jaguars there. They pull him down a yard short, and the Chiefs are surely going to have to punt from here. What a great stop. What a great stop. And so the Chiefs are going to punt. The Jaguars did call a timeout on that one to preserve a bit more time. So you go, the punt is up. It is returnable from Agnew. Steps forward, breaks the tackle, and is eventually brought down at the 45-yard line. So on the 45-yard line, that's where the Jaguars will start. And it has to be a touchdown. It has to be a quick touchdown. Or at least a field goal. It has to be points and it has to be quick. We've got just under 4.5 minutes, 1 timeout, the 2-minute warning. Whatever they do, they can't waste too much time. Might be better getting into field goal range, kicking a field goal, and then trying to get the ball back, trying to score a touchdown to tie. So it's a pass to Christian Kirk. Juggled. Only 4-yard catch. The clock is ticking. Just over 4 minutes left. Kirk looks like he's still hobbling from the injury earlier. Right on halfway now. Snap back to Lawrence. Send pressure. Lofted pass from Lawrence down the sideline. And it's picked off. It's picked off by the Chiefs. And that could be the final nail in the coffin in this one for the Jaguars. A lofted pass. Lawrence was under pressure. Lofted the pass up down the sideline. There is a flag. I don't think it's going to save him. So it's there's unsportsmanlike conduct after the interception. Great interception. One-handed from Watson. Great interception. Just didn't get quite enough height on it, Trevor Lawrence. Under huge pressure on the blitz. But those turnovers have ended up being the killer. Still keep Patrick Mahomes out there. Hand off to McKinnon up the middle. Steps back inside. And goes down after gaining 7 yards on the play. The Jaguars will call the last time out here. 3 minutes and 41 seconds left. And if coming back from 27-0 down against the Chargers wasn't a miracle, they're going to need something more than that today. 10 points down. 3 minutes, 41 seconds left in the game. No timeouts. So unfortunate. The Jaguars have played a great game today. So quick pass from Patrick Mahomes to Tony. Stays in bounds. Dives down 8 yards past the line to gain. And, I think this game's over. So you go just around 3 minutes left. Snap back to Mahomes. It's a handoff again to McKinnon. Trying to find a space. Nowhere to go. Loses at least a yard on that play. So it was good defense. And there was still hope. Felt a bit like a Patriots game this season, Eric. And then the Patriots would fumble or do something stupid. But yeah, game over. Trevor Lawrence Saturday night win streak comes to an end. Yeah, they're not coming back from this now. Thank you very much for joining us, LJ Sports, as well. Yeah, GG's Chiefs. On to a fascinating matchup in the AFC Championship game against the Bengals or the Bills. Something to obviously keep an eye on this week is that ankle injury to Patrick Mahomes. Will that limit him in practice this week? And will that be a factor next Sunday in a very important game that they need Patrick Mahomes to be able to move around in the pocket and make plays? So we're down at the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs lead 27-17 with the ball. The Jags have no timeouts. This game, you'd expect, is pretty much over. However, we do have another game today. We have the fantastic game lined up of the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Later on, half-time is 1:15. So please make sure you stick around. We are going to live stream that. So make sure you come and join us for that game. Let us know in the comments, who do you see winning that one? It's a tough one to call. If Jalen Hurts is fit and healthy, we're backing the Eagles in that one. But the Giants, they've had a fantastic season themselves. Looked very good against the Vikings last week. It should be very, very close. You imagine that one's going to the fourth quarter, that's for sure. So Eric's calling the Eagles, and Andy's calling for you, Eric, to make sure you're watching the Eagles and Giants game with me so I don't fall asleep. So I imagine, obviously, that game's going to finish probably sometime around 4:30-ish if it doesn't go to overtime. So we'll see how that one goes. But hopefully it's an entertaining game. It should be. It really should be. You know, we had 5 out of the 6 games last weekend in the Super Wildcard weekend. Games were absolutely brilliant. All no, just obviously the Cowboys and Buccaneers, where the Cowboys really dominated that. Really, we've had a really good start to this divisional round, so the next one should be just as good. So make sure you do join us for that Eagles and Giants game. We'll be kicking off in around 45-50 minutes. So it's 3rd and 10 for the Chiefs. 2 minutes left. No timeouts for the Jags. It's a handoff to McKinnon. Gains about 4 or 5 yards. It will be 4th down, so probably will be a punt.
My phone's just died. So you're going to lose one. I'll put my phone and TV on when I get up.
The Townsend's out, ready to punt. So the Chiefs call a timeout. Just want around 1 minute and 15 seconds left. As Eric said, Andy, it's Tom's supporting cast. If anyone can do it, it should be you. It really should. It really should.
That's my time.
I'll send any news on my tickets for the Patriots game in Germany next season. We need to see when it lands. There's only one weekend that it can possibly be done for me, so all the stars would have to align for it to happen for me. But we'll let you know. So Agnew's got a chance to return, well covered on the kick return. So 1 minute and 4 seconds left for the Jaguars to pull off the miracles of miracles.
That music is better TV. Weird music.
So 27-17 to the Chiefs. And unless something crazy happens, the Chiefs are heading to the championship game for a 5th consecutive season. Snap back to Lawrence. Under pressure again. Ducks underneath. Throws down the sideline. Caught by Jones for the 1st down. 58 seconds left. You'd imagine the Jaguars would try and get into field goal range. Kick the field goal, go for the onside, and then see what happens from there. But got to get into field goal range first. 58 seconds left. Snap back to Trevor Lawrence. Looking over the middle. It is caught. It is caught by Marvin Jones down at the 34-yard line. Looking to spike it. Clock ticking. They are in field goal range. 42 seconds. They are in field goal range. I'd kick it from here if it was me. They are going to call another offensive play.
The kickers aren't very good. 52 is the peak of his range.
So can the Jags get out of bounds, gain another 5+ yards, get out of bounds? That's what they'll be hoping for. And then kick the field goal. Snap back to... he's looking deeper than that. Going for it all. And he gets battered away in the end zone. Went for it all, looking in the end zone into double coverage. And he gets battered away. So 3rd and 10. Now, if the Jags don't gain anything here, the kicker's going to have to kick it from here anyway. Under pressure, Trevor Lawrence. And it's thrown to Kirk. Caught for a 6-yard gain. Steps out of bounds to stop the clock. Makes it more manageable for the kicker. 30 seconds left. So here we go, 30 seconds. $48-yard field goal. The kick is up. It looks like it's through. It is. The Jaguars still have a chance. 25 seconds left in the game. Onside kick coming. So 27-20 to the Chiefs. We've got an onside kick coming. And you just think... you just think back to those missed opportunity for the Jaguars. The fumble in the red zone and the interception from Trevor Lawrence. Had those not happened, this game could look a lot different. But as it is, it comes down to this onside kick. If the Jaguars recover, they've got an opportunity to loft into the end zone. If the Chiefs recover, the game's over. Not easy to recover the onside kicks anymore, as there's no run-ups allowed. Here we go. The kick is up. It spins, but it's got a clear recovery from Tony, and that is the game. So the Chiefs take over 27-20. Just one knee away from winning. Mahomes comes out. So victory formation for the Chiefs. Mahomes takes the knee. And the Chiefs move on to the AFC Championship game for the 5th consecutive season, where they will face either the Buffalo Bills or the Cincinnati Bengals. Of course, if they do face the Bills, that game will not be played at Arrowhead. It will be played at a neutral venue, yet to be decided. But we'll see. But that, either way now, should set up a fantastic end-to-end matchup between whoever the Chiefs have to play. In today's game, the Jags gave everything they could, had opportunities, a couple of missed opportunities as well. But everyone will be focusing on that injury to Patrick Mahomes this week. That ankle injury is still affecting him now, even at the end of the game, walking off, shaking hands, still hobbling about. How big an impact will that be on next week's game? So a really strong performance from the Jaguars, as we said. just came up short. A couple of turnovers in the fourth quarter killed the game. But they can hold their heads up high to come into Arrowhead and just lose by 7. A great effort. But if you're a Chiefs fan, you're worried about the injury to Patrick Mahomes. But Eric's corrected me. I hadn't seen that, so thank you. The neutral venue has already been decided, Mercedes-Benz Arena in Atlanta. We'll see if that happens. Every chance of happening. But that game tomorrow, really looking forward to that one. I can see whoever has the ball last in that game wins that game tomorrow. It's going to be a shootout. I think a high-scoring shootout as well between the Bengals and Bills. We'll see how it finishes. So, we are going to finish off here with a score of 27-20 to the Kansas City Chiefs. Make sure that you join us in around 40 minutes. We'll be stepping over for the live play-by-play reaction stream of the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants as well. Should be a great matchup. Make sure you join us for that. Come and join in the chat. Keep me company. And we'll see you very, very shortly.